So it takes two young girls to show everyone how it's done. Fairy Tail episode 170, I gotta say that the anime definitely improved something, or just felt like it brought something to life that I didn't really care too much about in the manga. Now, the Wendy versus Chelia fight, I wasn't too big of a fan of in the manga, but I felt like the anime really just brought it to life, and it's not necessarily that it changed anything, but it really just gave me a good vibe, and I really like seeing it, so I definitely gotta say that kudos to the actual anime for just bringing this fight to life, and I think it was done very well. I think it was probably one of, if not the best fights of the entire tournament, because it wasn't any hacks. It wasn't anything that you can call bullshit on. It was straight up a good battle. It reminded me of some low tier female version of like a Goten versus Trunks, and not in any way of the power or speed. I'm just saying as far as like two young girls duking it out, and came out pretty cool. I was glad that Wendy held her own. Shows character development for her from the little shy and timid and can't do crap a little girl that she was when we first was introduced to her, to now she's holding her own against Chelia and in a tournament and she's going in. So, I really appreciated seeing that, and I definitely think that overall this episode, aside from that, had a lot of good stuff to it. It was a really good episode in my opinion. It really just had a couple different things, and honestly, I thought that this episode really, as far as like animation goes, towards the end there was some decent looking animation. For some reason they animated the scene with the first master Mavis beautifully. Like the light looks nice and everything. I don't understand why they did that, but I like the mystery around it too, with the Lumen Histore, where the first shows up and starts talking a little bit about it, and Laxus is confused. I got a feeling that the reason why the first said that in front of Laxus is because she could see him being the next of the next master, and he might be the next master, which he's changed enough to where he wouldn't pull that shit anymore, what he did last time. So I could definitely see him becoming one, and I think that that's why she said it in front of him, because she sees him becoming the master at some given point. That's just me. And as far as the middle part goes with Jalal, I thought that I already knew what was going to happen with that, so it wasn't too big of a mystery, but I remember in the manga, and if I hadn't seen it, I think it was executed very well, how it just had like this suspense to it, what's going to happen. So yeah, overall this episode, for the three parts that we had, it did a very good job of it. Wendy versus Chelia, really awesome fight. I loved how they brought back because they haven't been doing this too often, the lights that the anime added when they do special attacks and the symbols and whatnot. I thought that was nicely done. And overall, just this episode was really good. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think that two little girls showed everyone how it's done, and they really went in, and I like that. And also the whole thing about Lumen Histore, I really would love to know what that is at some given point. And yeah, let me know what you think though. Do you think that the first said that in front of Laxus for any particular reason? Does she think that he will be the next master at some given point, and that's why she said it in front of him? And what do you think of Wendy versus Chelia? Is that the best fight thus far of the tournament? I think it might be. I think it might be, because it really was handled very well. Let me know what you think though. That's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Wendy versus Chelia, because they showed it how it's done. And next week, it's going to look like it's going to be the best episode in a while. So stay tuned for that. For that world, and as always, people, have an awesome day.